What's up? I got another quick video real quick twice. I want to talk about the idea of God and the God program, and I want to jump into monogamy and polygyny a little bit. But what is God? What is God? When you say the word God in English, what are you trying to describe? There's a construct of something that has created everything in this universe, and we put that under 3 letters, God. Why do we do that, and what implications does that have with monogamy and polygyny? Oh no, wait, monotheism and polytheism is the word, not fucking, yeah, that's marriage. I'm talking about one God, multiple gods. So our definition of God in English automatically puts us in the box of thinking that there's one God. Because you saying the word God automatically means you're referring to something that has created everything. That's the idea of God in the Western civilization. But you go to places like Europe, or you go to places like India, and like Hinduism, for example, they have the idea that there is one mother universe that created multiple gods, that created millions and millions and millions of gods, and that's the planets, and that's nature, that's the forces, that's what they use to explain sciences. They combine spirituality and science. And that's why Hinduism is a much longer standing religion than Christianity, and it has a lot more influence in places around the world. We're a new civilization, so we don't really have a lot of history. We don't have a ton to look back at and say, hey, this is where we come from, because that's been erased. So to bring that back to God, we were given that word in English to try to explain something that created everything. But English itself is a recent and new language. All of these people always saying God's not real because you can't physically prove him. You can't scientifically prove him. That is another trap in the English language. Because the way that you program your mind to understand God reflects what society is telling you about God in the first place. The majority of a society in America, let's say you go to a random Colorado state, you're going to get a lot of Catholicism and Christianity. A lot of it. Mormonism. All believing in the idea that there's one God, one creator, the Father, right? And so that automatically, from the time you're born, you're given an idea of something, and you're not given the chance to explain it or critically think or go into that and have a personal relationship with him yourself. Or it, or whatever it is. Because I even got myself in that trap right now, thinking that it's just him, because I was trying to use that word to describe God. So that right there automatically shows you how easily you can get into the idea that there's one God or what God is, because you can automatically assume it's something when you say that word. So, to understand reality and life and everything in the fucking world, you cannot separate religion and you cannot separate science. They have to come together. That's what the ancient civilizations have done. That's why they were so successful in creating things that we can't do mathematically today. We just simply can't do it. That's the reason why things like pyramids, that's the reason why things like Nazca lines exist. Because it's not science, and it's not millions of gods doing it for them. It's them doing it. But they're taking the concepts that the gods have given them And that's the reason why gods and God, the concept of that, is wrong. And that's why you should deprogram your mind from thinking that there's one God or what God even is in the first place. Because you can't truly know that. You need to understand that there's something really unknowable to our mind. And that's the limit. That's what God is. That's everything. That's if I'm looking at you, right? I'm focusing on your face. I can't see what's behind me, but you can see what's behind me. That's God. I can't see that. What's behind me right now is invisible to my eye, but to this camera, it can see everything. What's behind me in reality, I will never truly know. I'm only seeing what the camera tells me. That's God. It's the unknown. It's the unpredictable. It can be anything and it can be nothing. It can be the exact same thing as it was before, or it can be something different. Like if I had a chair back there. Like if I threw my water bottle back there. Now it's something different. But I won't see it, so it's unpredictably in a position that's different. See what I'm saying? So the idea that God is the creator of everything, that would mean that we are God. We are creating everything. Every time we look at something, we are bringing the atoms into focus. But behind us is not in focus. We can't see behind us. So once again, we are creating everything that we see. We are perceiving something. We are turning light into an image. And that is God. That is the Bible definition of God. That's us. I'm out of here, nigga.